Today, Friday, the 9th of May 2025, we have some handpick event to share with you, which of course will be backed up by stats and analytics to help you make your picks in the list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And also, we are also going to be sharing our short 2 plus odds to members only. So you want to make sure that you join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan or Level 3 Master plan to have access to our handpicked short 2 plus games or events, which you can include in your sleep. And also we provide game predictions based on a huge odd and long list, especially weekend like this, to members only. You want to make sure that you also subscribe to become a member by taking any of the membership package plan, like the Level 2 Pro plan and the Level 3 or the Level 3 Master plan, to start having access to all our handpick events to take your winning to the next level. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. And before we proceed to the event of today, let's begin to look at a quick announcement I have to make. If you come here to the front page of our channel here, this section titled as the Home tab, you're going to see that we have members only video. These are handpicked events we share to members only in terms of our top 7 event, top 12, top 15, top 9, top 10, and we regularly share events based on our top picks to members only. So for you to have access to members only match prediction pick, then you want to make sure to subscribe to Level 2 Pro membership package plan or the Level 3 Master plan to have access to all our handpicked events like this to take your winning to the next height. Also, if you become a member, you're also going to have access to our top-notch tutorial classes. For example, if you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you also have access to Level 2 Pro classes. This will give you access to top-notch tutorial classes like the live match corner kick for you can use to boost your winning, shared to members only. A simple trick to make consistent win. Never seen match prediction strategy that will amaze you. Comeback and straight win strategy for you. Never seen match prediction strategy, straight win and 2.5 goal strategy for you. And the 99% win rate strategy for members only. So if you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan or membership package plan of the Level 2 level, you have access to all of these top-notch video tutorial classes in one place from the link below this video, as well as at the same time having access to our handpicked events we share to members only. But if you become a member of the Level 3, you are going to have access to Level 3 master classes as well as our handpicked event. These master classes will give you top-notch tutorial classes like the excellent corner kick strategy revealed to members of Level 3 master only, the top secret AI tool we use to find games in terms of goal probability and straight win, the game changer corner kick strategy that reveal the top secret website we use to find corner kick event to include in our sleep, the amazing AI tool you can use, home and away win match prediction strategy step by step, and 2.5 goal strategy you can use to beat the bookies and win even more. So these are all for Level 3 Master, and you can access all of these video tutorial in one place from the link below this video once you become a member of the Level 3 Master. Also, if you come here to the front page of our channel here, this section labeled as the video tab and click on it, you also have access to some free top-notch classes. You can take advantage of it. For example, we just recently published a new video, as you can see here, titled as 4 secret betting tips to make amazing winning. This was released just 1 day ago, as you can see here. You want to make sure to watch this video tutorial to the end to learn some of the secret strategy we have revealed that most people did not know existed before. This is free and you can watch it to the end. It is a 33-minute video long. You want to make sure you take the time to go across this tutorial to learn some of the things we have explained here. Also, if you scroll even more across this page, you are going to see even more tutorials where you can access for free, which of course you take advantage of what we have explained. For example, you can see this one here, top 5 soccer prediction app compared, which we have revealed some of the features and some of the apps as one of the best for match prediction you can use at your advantage, and see how you can implement some of the things we have explained at your own use. If you scroll more, you're going to see others, like for example, the expert tips for picking winning soccer games, which is also a free tutorial and you can take advantage of it. It was released not far ago, and you are going to learn some of the expert tips we have released in this video tutorial. Also, we have another one which we have titled as the 5 hidden Sofascore features you can use to make more win bets. Of course, it looks like this. These are some of the hidden features of Sofascore you never knew existed before, and we have explained those tips which you can take advantage of it and see how you can improve your style of match predictions and at your advantage. So these are some of the tutorials you can take for free which we have from the front page here on our channel on the video tab section, which if you come there, you will be able to access the video tutorials we have released. So without wasting time, let's now begin with the first game of our today's pick. So looking at the first event, we are looking at Austria in the second leg. We are looking at St. Polten against Bregenz. In this event, St. Polten have proved to be very good and excellent in the recent event they have had, scoring 4 goals, 3 goals, 3 goals in recent events. But Bregenz, on the other hand, concede very much. And one of the game we want to pinpoint is the game which the away team had against Horn and also against First Vienna. Against Horn, they really started a loss 3 against 2. Against First Vienna, a loss 2 against 1. The home team have also had games with Horn where they beat it a very huge number of goals, 4 against 1. And they also had a game with First Vienna where they had an equal strength, 3 against 3. In other words, there is the possibility of goals here and the home having an upper hand. But first, if we look at the stand performance in terms of the home, based on their form of the home and that of the away game played, you're going to see that St. Polten proved to be very good. They've had 5 games played recently with 14 goals scored and 7 conceded. The offense is very good and the defense is a bit tight. But if you look at that of its opponent, the away team, you're going to notice that the away team is not as good as offense as that of the home, and the defense is not tight. They have conceded 11 goals in 5 game play to give the home team St. Polten the upper hand to take advantage of the weak defense of the away. As a result, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we look at the home to be the upper hand to lead as one of the major picks, and as well as we are looking at least 1.5 goals in full time or 2 goals over is our major pick for this event. Looking at the next event here, we are looking at Australia in the NPL NSW. We are looking at St. George Saint against WS Wanderers. In this event, of course, the performance of the home have scored huge number of goals in the recent gameplay they have had, scoring 2, conceding 4, scoring 2, scoring 2, scoring 3, and scoring 2. The offensive strength, especially when they come at home, proved to score much. That of Wanderers, on the other hand, concede very much in the recent event they've had to prove that the defensive line is not very good. Lastly, they recently met and 4 goals were scored between the two. This time, they are coming again to meet and looking at the strength and stand performance of these two in terms of their comparison. The home have proved that in terms of the recent event they've had, the home tend to sit here in the 6th place. They've had 5 gameplay with 3 wins, scoring 8, that is scoring 11 and conceding 8. Offense is good, defense is not good. And that of the away team in terms of the recent event they've had have proved that, as you can see, the defensive line is very weak. They concede 20 goals in just 5 games played to make the defense to be very weak and the probability to concede more. As a result, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this gameplay, the away concede very much with a weak defensive line, and we look at the home to take that advantage. Therefore, the probability of goals is what we want to expect. So we are looking at 1.5 goal in full time as one of the major picks. We are also looking at 2.5 goal in this event in full time. Looking at the next, we are looking at Germany in the Oberliga Schleswig-Holstein. We are looking at Kilia against Donbita Lubeck. In this event, the home team Kilia have proved here that in terms of the recent event they have had by the game played, of course, Kilia have proved to be very offensive, scoring 6, scoring 4, scoring 5, scoring 5. The offensive trend is really good in the recent gameplay they've had. The opponent, on the other hand, concede very much. And of course, we look at the advantage here of goals. Here, of course, we want to look at the stand performance of these two. Kilia have proved to be very good here. They sit on the 2nd place, 5 games played at home with 4 leads, scoring 28, conceding 13. The offensive strength is very good. And of course, looking at that of the away in terms of the recent event they have had, what interests me here is the weak defense of the away where they concede 18 goals in 5 games played and the offense is not good, giving advantage for goal probability and the home to be the upper hand. As a result, we look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this gameplay, the performance of the home have been very amazing, and we look at it to be the upper hand to either lead, and also goal probability is our next option, 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we looked at Austria in the regional Liga Centra. Here we are looking at Oedt against Leoben. In this event, of course, the home team, that is the away team, have proved to concede very much high amount of goal concede with a weak defensive line. But that of the home have proved that they are very good at offense, scoring high number of goals like 2, 4, and 2. Of course, the recent stand performance in terms of the recent event they have had have proved that the home team, based on the home performance, have proved to be good. let's look at the performance in terms of the recent event. And here you are going to see that based on the performance of the home have proved to be better. They sit on the 5th place, as you can see. They had 5 game play recently with 4 lead, scoring 13, conceding 9. The offense is good, defense is not very tight. And if we look at that of the away in terms of the recent event they've had, you're going to see that the away team, of course, had a very weak defense, giving the upper hand for the home to score more and also having an advantage and an upper hand. As a result, we want to look at 2 major picks in full time. For this gameplay, defensive line of the away is very weak, not tight, and therefore we look at the home to be the upper hand to either lead as one of the major pick, and as well as goal probability is our major option, looking at 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over. This is our major pick for this event. Looking at the next, we are looking at Algeria in the League 2. We are looking at MSP Batna against US Souf. In this event, of course, the home team have proved to be very good. In fact, they are scoring 1-1 and 2 goals in each event recently. But the difference here is the fact that the away team concede very much with a very high amount of conceding goals. And what we want to compare here is the fact that the away had a game against Krupp recently where they had a loss 4-1, and also against Gel, where the home team have also played with Krupp and beat it very highly, almost of equal strength. If we look at that Krupp with the home, you are going to see that they almost have that is equal strength. And if they have equal strength and Krupp was able to beat the away 4-1, then there's still a possible chance of the home to lead against US Souf, and also the probability of at least 1.5 goals over. But first, let's look at the stand performance in terms of the offense and defense of both the home and the away. And here we are looking at the fact that the home here proved that they've had 5 games, scoring 4, conceding 5. But the defense of the away in terms of the recent event they have had, Souf have proved that they sit right here almost in the last place, and the conceding goal is very high, 25. This is what interests us. The weak defensive line of the away giving an upper hand for the home to lead as one of the major picks. As a result, we expect 2 major picks in full time. For this gameplay, we look at the home to lead and also at least 1.5 goals in full time. Looking at the next event, we looked at Poland in the Division 1. We are looking at Tychy against Wisla in this event. Of course, we are looking at the away team to have corner kicks in full time between 2 to 5 corner kicks. In other words, you can look at 2.5 corners in full time for Wisla or 3.5 corners in full time for Wisla. And of course, I have some stats to back that up. This away team concede high, that is, its score high amount of corners in terms of the recent event they've had. Let's begin with some of the events they've had at the away and see their performance in corner scoring capacity. First, they had a game with Temilika, and you can see they had at the away. The number of corners they scored here was 13 corners in that particular event. Very good in corner. In the next, they had a game with this home team, Oedt, and they play at the way. The number of corners they had here was 8, as you can see, good at corners. And next, we looked at the game also they had with Wata Poznan, and they play at the way still. This time they scored 11 corners. If we look at an average of that 3 game play, the corner is very good. Now, let's look at that of the home in terms of the corner events they have recently had as well to compare the strength in terms of the corners event. Looking at the home, they had a game with Polonia was Zawa. They play at home. Of course, you can see that the number of corners they scored here was 5 and they concede 4. In other words, they are also good at conceding, making the way to have that advantage. If we look at the next event they had, the conceding corner was still 4. They conceded 4, giving an upper hand for the way to also have corners. Looking at the next, they concede a total number of 12 corners, as you can see here, giving still the possibility of the fact that the away have probable chance to have corners event. So we are looking at this particular game for the away, as you can see here, this away game. Let's go to that game, a match between Tychy against Wisla. We're looking at this to have between 2 to 5 corners in full time. These are some of the top events we have to share with you. We have even more games to share. Of course, for you to have access to those events, then you want to make sure that you subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan or Level 3 Master plan. We also have matches we have handpicked as short 2+ games we also share. For you to have that access, then of course, you still want to make sure that you become a member by having any of the membership package plan, like the Level 2 Pro plan or the Level 3 Master plan. And also having access to our top-notch tutorial classes will give you an upper hand and make you stand ahead of others to see how you can take advantage of it with the match we shared, as well as the event we have shared, and the tutorials to make you stand ahead and be a big winner. Of course, for you to access all of these tutorials, the link is below this video. You want to make sure to go to that link, navigate and join to become a member of either level 2 pro plan or level 3 master to have access to these features. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.